Well, hi, this is Kevin Leipzig with Contractor TV. We're sponsored by my business, which is the Contractors Resource Center, where we specialize in working with newly licensed California contractors and contractors with 2 to 50 employees, where we specialize specifically in general liability and workers' comp insurance. Today, I'm excited. We have Gal with us from RMO Agency in California. Good morning, Gal. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good, Kevin. How are you?
Great, great. It was great to connect with you just a few weeks ago. I think yourself or someone there at your business joined the California Contractors Group, which is originally our forum for our clients to kind of network and share best practices and share leads back and forth in California. And your business joined. I didn't know anything about RMO Agency. Typically, if I have businesses that want to join our California Contractor Group on Facebook, I always want to kind of profile, check them out a little bit, and you guys seem like a perfect fit for, you know, a relationship for our companies to have. And I get asked quite often about, how do I get licensed as a contractor? Do I have to take the test? Are there legal ways around, you know, getting in the construction industry? So I appreciate this time this morning, and really the goal here is to learn about the legal process, other than taking the test to get licensed, and how that works. So maybe you could tell us just briefly a little bit about yourself and, you know, how long you've been with RMO Agency and your role there.
Well, thank you for having me, Kevin. I really appreciate that. And my name is Gal with RMO Agency. I'm the VP of Operations. I've been with the company since 2006, so that's 15 years.
Wow.
That's actually since the company started. I was working with the owner of the company, and we just created it together and grew from scratch, from zero.
Yeah. Exciting.
And such a pleasure to be 15 years after. And my role has changed throughout the years. The owner and myself did everything, like I said, from the beginning. And then we're at a very different place now with a team that I'm proud of, that truly cares about our clients. So nice. I look forward to sharing with you what we do.
Perfect. So why don't we just jump right in? Tell me a little bit about, you know, how you guys answer that question and can help folks that want to get licensed in California as a contractor without having to take the test. I talk to people all the time that they sign up for a school and they just put it off, or they regret taking the test, or they stress over taking the test to get licensed as a contractor. So again, when I learned about what you guys are doing, I was excited to learn more and hopefully get this out to more folks in California that want to become licensed as a contractor.
So to get a license in California, you either need to take the exam yourself or to have somebody else on your license who's already taken the exam and has the experience. So people would go through the licensing school, like you've said, but maybe they haven't been able to pass the exam, or maybe they can't prove the 4-year experience on paper. They have different reasons for not being able to go in that route. So we provide an alternative solution to this licensing. We have what's called an RMO, which stands for Responsible Managing Officer. And we introduced a new contractor to this RMO, to this existing contractor. And because the RMO is already licensed and has passed the exam and has the experience, then a new license is issued for this new contractor. Now, the license doesn't belong to an individual, it belongs to an entity, to the corporation. So this is a legal process, and RMO has been around for many, many years. The Business and Professions Code 7065 basically supports our business. So that is how we've created, and we've gone around many, many changes to really ensure that our RMOs and our contractors follow what's required of them by the Contractor State License Board.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify, if I heard you correctly, you mentioned that the individual that wants to become licensed, it's not necessarily under their name, it's under a corporation, and then that corporation it has the responsible managing, is it officer RMO
Yes.
that essentially has the responsibility. And this individual that wants to become licensed, they will still have their own license, a separate license?
So we have two sets of clients, essentially. Our first type of a client is a new individual looking to get into construction and become a licensed contractor. And then our second set of clients are licensed contractors. So we do the introduction. The legal way to do this is to do it under a corporation or an LLC. The license will belong to that entity, meaning the officers can change, but as long as there's somebody under that license who has the experience and has passed the exam, that allows the license to be issued to that new entity.
Okay,
and that make sense?
It does. Thanks for clarifying that. And I'm thinking, from the insurance standpoint, because we're always working with, the newly licensed contractor that needs the contractor bond, or they'll need or should have liability insurance, right? So share with me how that process works. So you have, they'll actually have a new license. Will a new license number be issued by the CSLB? So there'll still be a contractor bond required for that license number?
Correct. So we basically, after we make the introduction between a new contractor and their RMO, we have a whole process for them to follow to allow sufficient supervision, what the contractor state license board requires. And then we take them through the same process to get their license that they would if they took the exam. So they still have to go through the fingerprinting. They still need to get the bond.
Background check.
But yeah, the background check. If they are an LLC, they also need that extra bond, and the liability insurance is
required.
So this is the same exact process as getting their personal contractor's license. The only difference is somebody else, which is the RMO, provides the experience, which waives the exam. The process is actually a waiver application. So it waives the exam, and they get a new contractor's license that is assigned to the corporation, to the entity.
Perfect. I got it. Great. Okay. Great explanation. So essentially, you're like a matchmaker, right?
Yes, we are. Right? That's what we call ours. We actually call it a match. We call introducing a contractor to an RMO, we call that a match. And we continue to support that match for the 5-year duration until that new contractor may qualify to become the RMO without the exam. So that's
they have that experience, right? Once they have that experience, they can go out on their own if they want.
Yes, so our program essentially is a 5-year program. They start by working under an RMO, and with the RMO's mentorship, we have a whole program that they need to follow, because the contractors board was very concerned about lack of supervision. When we started in 2006, we were the only company doing this RMO thing. And the CSLB was concerned that an RMO would just sign on paper and that's it. They would not be a part of the company.
And so
we've really developed our process and our program to the point that we're following that supervision. We're verifying the supervision. We give resources for our clients to follow for the 5-year duration, and then they're on their own. And we call it a graduation of our program.
Nice, a graduation ceremony. Can you share with us a little bit about how much supervision? I'm sure that folks that watch or are watching this, or that may be considering this, some individuals will probably love the supervision, right? And some may fear being micromanaged.
Yes.
Talk to us a little bit about, how much management is, I guess, at a minimum required. Are there, monthly meetings? What type of accountability is there in terms of a minimum accountability that RMO has to have with that partnership?
It's a good question. So from a legal standpoint, there's something that is different between an RME and an RMO. A responsible managing employee has a specific requirement to be working 32 hours a week for the company. An RMO, which is what we do not do RMEs. What we do is the RMOs, the guidelines are not as clear by the contractors board. So we've developed what we call a supervision plan, and that provides the specific guidelines they need to follow. We go through the supervision plan with every client that signs up with us, and we expect them to follow through. What does that mean? a minimum monthly meeting. The more, the better. Again, we have different types of clients. The minimum is a monthly meeting. We expect them to talk longer, more often than once a month. And every single project must go through the RMO. What does that mean? Every single contract, every single change order, every single issue potentially with the client. When they complete the project, they need a completion notice. So the RMO doesn't necessarily need to step their feet in the project every single day, but they have to know everything. So our program, we have a portal in place for them that's really easy for them to upload documents for the RMO to verify. So there are other companies that provide RMOs. However, at the point of license issuance, they say, okay, you're on your own, figure it out, and you've got this. And we really, truly stay involved with these relationships. We want to make sure they're successful. We track license changes, we monitor them, and we continue to follow up to make sure that they are in compliance. Okay. We're very proud of that.
Great, yeah, and congratulations on the testimonies. I was looking this morning, just doing a little more research, looking at your website. You have some great testimonials and quite a few of them, and they all, we all want our testimonials to be sincere, but you've got quite a variety on your website. So you guys you're obviously doing something right.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So it sounds like, you guys have been in business, 15 plus years, you've got a process in place. How else are you different from some of the other companies that may be offering a similar type of service?
I think, as I've mentioned, us staying involved in the process and us keeping track of the license and continuing to monitor the supervision, that really makes us unique in this industry. Mm-hmm. And we're always shifting and changing and adding. And you talk to me now, and I bet in 6 months we'll have a new thing going. We also created a community that we started. It's called RMO Connect, and the intention was really
saw that. Yeah.
Connect our clients and allow them to network and find some subcontractors. So we come up with an idea and we put it on paper and start running.
Yeah, so. I get it. It's kind of like when I created that Facebook group, California Contractors. Originally, I thought, oh, this will be great for my clients to network together, share best practices, share tips, and it's kind of evolved, as I think I shared with you, last week when we had a phone call, that it's evolved to almost like not necessarily a networking group for support, but also a lead generation platform, where now I'm seeing homeowners that want to post in that group. I have a project in San Diego. I need a roof built, and so I'm starting to allow those posts in, and it's great to see the community, recommending each other. So I'm trying to think what else we might cover. Is there anything else you think we should cover in terms of your business? Before we jump right into how do they get a hold of you. One thing I did want to mention is I saw this morning on your website, you have a great referral program as well. I didn't know about that. So anybody that's interested in referring someone that wants to get licensed or an RMO, maybe just take a minute and share with us, Call, who are those ideal clients that you look for, that you want to serve, that you can help out? Who would be that ideal client on the RMO side, or the person wanting to be licensed?
So on the new contractor side, these are individuals who are looking to start a new business for themselves as a contractor. So maybe they've worked under somebody else and they really want to start an independent company on their own. Mm-hmm. They haven't been able to do that. Maybe they don't have the time, or again, all the other reasons that I've said earlier. And they have to be workable. They have to be open to mentorship. They have to be open with us and their RMO. So we do have a pre-qualification process. We don't accept everyone because we want to make sure that they'll comply with the requirements. So if they think they can do it all, then they can find other ways to do it. If they want to really follow the program and go and learn from the RMO's expertise, these are our ideal clients. Work it for 5 years, keep the license in good standing, and then do it on your own. So these are our new contractor clients. From an RMO perspective, it's really the licensed contractors who are looking to step away from construction. They're looking to be semi-retired, fully retired. They have so much experience, so much knowledge, but they don't want to keep working, physically working. So that gives them the ability to mentor, to pay it forward with a new contractor. And we've seen beautiful relationships created from this basic introduction. They teach them a lot. They work together. I've seen RMOs get these new contractors out of binds with clients. They would step in and kind of talk to the homeowner and help them out.
Where the experience comes in.
We support the relationships to get to a very strong point where they can continue to maintain them for the 5 years. These are our ideal clients.
Okay.
And in terms of the referral program, we have a referral program for clients and non-clients. So if the client sends us another contractor who's looking to get licensed, they have a very large monthly discount. They get $500 discount off their next month. For non-clients, we will be happy to send you a check for $250 for referring individuals to us who are looking to get contractors' licenses.
Nice.
And that's basically it.
Perfect. One other quick question that came up is there a limit on how many contractors, in terms of, that the RMO can, I guess we call date or partner up with, right? Is there a limit? I assume there would be, in terms of, being able to scale and manage the relationship.
Yes, there is a limit. The limit is 3 contractors per RMO for a 1-year period, meaning they start with 1, they work with 2, they work with 3. Once one of them terminates the relationship, the RMO needs to wait a 12-month period before they can work with a third, because they've reached their maximum per year of 3.
Okay, and that's with any trades, any B licensed contractors, any of the artisan trades. It doesn't necessarily matter.
It's all the same. It's
Perfect. Okay, well, thank you for the time. Great education. Sounds like a great business. How do people get a hold of you if they want to learn more?
Well, multiple ways. They can visit our website at rmoagency.com.
Yep, and we'll make sure we'll put that on here as well for information. Yep.
They can send us an email. It's a very easy email address. It's hello@rmoagency.com.
Perfect.
And they can call us at the 800 number, 1-800-818-4962, and to be connected to one of our consultants.
Perfect. Well, Golf, thank you for the time. Thanks for the education. And I appreciate you being on Contractor TV.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Have a good day. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.